What's up, race fans? We're here in Wallingford, Connecticut at the Hines shop, home of Tyler Hines' SK Modified and his brother Jake Hines' SK Light. And we're going to talk about this upcoming season for Tyler because he has a new ride for this year. Why don't you explain to us who owns the car and how this all came together for 2022?
Yeah, so my aunt and uncle, they own the car. They started K&P Motorsports. My uncle has always helped me through my racing career, starting when I was in go-karts. He bought me motors and helped work on the car and would bring me to the track and everything. So at the end of the year, we got together and talked about what we were going to do for this upcoming season. And then he came back and let me know that he wanted to build a new car and go back to a family-owned race team, and that's kind of where it got started.
What's the excitement like going into the year?
I'm really excited. I think after this past season I had some success, and going into this year I know I got a brand new car. I got all the right pieces to the puzzle to have a successful year, so I'm really looking forward to it.
You mentioned last season you broke through with 2 SK wins, your first 2 in that division. After being in the division for several years, you were kind of struggling, fighting your way through. How much did breaking through with that victory and then getting the second one mean for you as a driver?
It was huge. No words can describe that excitement of finally getting a win. All those years before, it wasn't for lack of trying or lack of effort. Just couldn't figure out what we needed. We had some tough luck, and finally all that hard work paid off, and we were able to get that first win. And then after that, I think the hunger for another win just becomes greater. So I'm still looking for more. I feel like I could have had more last year. Each week I feel like I was a contender. Had a couple issues happen at the track between motors and whatnot. So
right.
That is what it is. It's part of racing. So
now you're numbered 58. Where did the 58 come from?
So the 58 has some special meaning to my uncle. The numbers actually line up with his mother and father's birth dates.
Oh, huh. Now, you mentioned the car, which is under wraps here, and we can't show it to you yet, sorry. But you mentioned it's a new car. Why don't you tell us more about the car and what the chassis is and such?
Yep, so we got a brand new car from Keith Rocca Racing. It's going to be a Troyer, so it'll be pretty similar to what we drove last year. Can't show it yet. We're actually holding off on releasing the paint scheme. So if you follow us on Facebook, K&P Motorsports, you'll see it there first.
There's your plug.
So it's coming up soon. We got all brand new stuff on the car. It's coming together. We'll hopefully be done with this car by the end of this month, and then we have my brother's car to put together. So we're busy.
And you mentioned your little brother Jake Hines, who raced at Stafford in the karts and in SK Light once. Is he planning to come back to Stafford this year?
Yeah, so we're going to definitely try and get him up to the track up at Stafford a couple times this year. We just got to figure out really the logistics of getting 2 cars to the track, so that's the hard part. But he'll be racing this year, primarily at Waterford, but the hope is to get him up to Stafford for a couple races as well.
So what are your expectations, your goals going into 2022 then?
I want to show up to the track with a fast car each week and compete for wins, and then make sure we're finishing in the top 5s, because the ultimate goal is to be a contender for the championship at the end of the year. I think it's possible. I think we have a pretty good team and we know what it takes. So hard work and some luck, we could be there at the end.
Luck does go a long way. Tyler Hines has been around for a while in the SK Modified, and he showed last year that he can get it done. He's bound to repeat the success again come 2022. We'll be excited to see what's in store for this 58 car come this year.